Okay, guys, exciting start to the night. We had some moving and shaking there, and a few things going on. But answer any questions that you guys might have right now.
Can you walk us through all the trades from you guys moving back to moving back up to even the trade for the tampering charges?
Yeah. So the night started obviously with us waiting to see what would happen at picks 1 and 2. So. I think that was dependent on us waiting. We had a couple options there, depending what would happen at 1 and 2. And so then when Houston made their pick at number 2, it adjusted kind of who was interested in coming up to number 3. And so at that point, we were on the clock, and we were prepared to take a player. And we were weighing a couple options, and the option with Houston presented itself for us to grab a high second-round pick, and then to also grab a first and a third next year, which was really important. Not something that we set out to do. We were ready to pick a player, but the opportunity presented itself, and so we dropped back to 12. Once we were back to 12, we knew these were scenarios that we walked through during the week, and started investigating possibilities to climb back up. And when we had an opportunity to do that, we had a couple calls, had a couple lines in the water. Got our opportunity to do that with Detroit, and gave up the two that we had picked up in the trade with Houston. Had a couple of swapped a couple late round picks there, and moved up to grab Paris. So excited to add Paris. Spent a lot of time with Paris between the combine and the 30 visit. Impressive young man. You guys will get a chance to meet him tomorrow. Comes from a good program at Ohio State. Coach Day runs a great program there at Ohio State. They've won a lot of games. Paris has played guard. He's played tackle. So opportunity to add a high character individual who's also got a lot of ability on the field. So the opportunity presented itself, and we went ahead and made the move. So.
Do you see him as a day one starter? If so, which spot?
We'll see how that goes, Cam. We'll see how that goes. I don't think we're ready to name. We got a few months to go before we got to play a game. We're going to put our best 5 on the field, and so Paris will be worked at multiple spots just like everybody else is, and we'll see how that shakes out. But yeah, Paris has versatility. We'll work him in there, and we'll see where this ends up.
Monty, had you had the other talk with the Lions before today?
Yeah, we had talked to a lot of teams in the top 10. Just teams that were interested in coming up to 3, and then also teams that, in anticipation, if we did drop back, we had discussions with teams about making that jump. What we were trying to do is just minimize the unknown, which I don't think you can ever completely do, but we were trying to at least get a framework of what a trade would be to, I guess, move back, and then again move back up.
I know you were saying you didn't necessarily go into the day expecting to trade 3, but when you're looking at the big picture, that first-round pick, was that something maybe in the back of your head you didn't mind getting if that was at all possible?
Absolutely. I mean, I think that was something that presented itself. I mean, always. Whenever you have the ability to add first-round picks, whether it's this year or next year, I mean, that's always something that's intriguing. It just gives us flexibility going into next year, and it also it helped that some of the currency that we gained in the trade back, we used it to move back up. So I don't think it's something that we said, we got to at the start of the day, we have to come out of here with this and this. That's not what it was, but the opportunity came up, and we liked what it meant for the team, and so we made a move.
How much pre-discussion perhaps was there with the Texans, because they were a team obviously moving up that wasn't relying on what happened at 2, because they controlled 2 also. Yeah,
it was an interesting situation. Had discussions with the Texans over the last couple of days, as we did with multiple teams. I'd say there was multiple teams that were interested in moving up to 3. So that was something that we were weighing, let's call it over the last 48 hours, and just weighing if it would make sense for us, and what that would mean in terms of dropping back how far.
That was quite a 45 minutes for any GM.
Wow, you should have been in the room, man. Yeah.
GM, I mean, now that it's over for now, like what's it feel to be like such a wheeler dealer on your first pick?
Wheeler dealer, man. I'm not gonna lie, it was exciting. Man, it was awesome. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. But I'll tell you this, I had a lot of help in there. It was tense there that the clock was winding down there on our third pick when we finally got the deal with Houston worked out. And I would say, some guys that I leaned heavily on, Dave Sears, Charlie Adkins, Rob Kissel, did an unbelievable job of prepping us for the trade scenarios. And then even more so when it came time to, once we did the trade back, there was multiple spots that we thought we could jump. And so, those guys working through trade scenarios and what one would mean and which one was better for us, those guys did a phenomenal job, and I couldn't have done it without them.
You came ahead in the first round?
What's that?
Are you guys done in the first round?
Cam, you never say never, but I'm sitting down here with you guys right now, so I think we're good for a while here. Yeah.
See moving DeAndre Hopkins over this time period?
I don't foresee that happening. I don't know what is going to happen here in the next couple of days. Right now, I don't foresee that happening. No.
And then it was reported that Kyler wanted this pick. And
somebody told me that. We got to get Kyler on the scouting staff. Maybe we can start sending him out on the road and look at some guys. I didn't know that. Somebody told me that this was Kyler's pick. I don't know if he knows Paris or you know what? I think they bumped into each other when Paris was here on the 30 visit. So Kyler's a fan, so that's good.
Is it just a coincidence that you made deals with a guy that you're close with, and then Sears' old team?
Yeah, well, here's what I'd say. I think it is coincidence, but what it does do is it makes the conversation easy, right? Like, because I can call up Nick and Nick Casario down in Houston, who's been a friend and a mentor of mine, and we can. I trust Nick, he trusts me, and we can have honest conversations about, hey, yeah, this would work, this wouldn't work, and Dave being able to pick up the phone and calling, initiating conversations with Detroit. Sure, that helps, but in the end, we're gonna do the best move that's the best for the team, regardless of who's on the other end.
You said you don't foresee anything happening with DeAndre. Are you saying tonight or just through the entire draft?
Through the entire draft, yeah.
What do you like about Paris?
When you're meeting with Paris, besides what goes on off the field, what is it about his character that stuck out to you?
A lot of things. I mean, high football character, highly intelligent, well-spoken, mature, dependable. You can tell that he's made of the right things, the things that we want not only our offensive linemen to be made of, but our entire team. So, to be able to add a player that is both high football character and has a lot of ability on the field, that's a big step for us as a program moving forward.
I would assume you're the one that made the call to Paris, and if so, what was that like for you to be in that role of making someone's dream come true?
It was really special. This is what a moment for Paris and his family. Something that he's dreamed about, I'm sure, since he was a kid. A unique story that his father was actually a draft pick of the organization. Paris said something to me on his 30 visit that he sat across from me, and I got a chance to meet with the college prospects. I'm usually one of the last ones to meet with them during the day, and Paris said to me, I want to be here. I want to be an Arizona Cardinal, and I want to finish what my dad started. And that was, that really hit me. And I'm excited to get him here, and I'm excited for you guys to get a chance to meet him as well.
In years past, we've been told that Kyler's kind of expressed interest in particular players in years past. Were there any conversations like that with Kyler this year?
No, I didn't have any conversations like that. I would say, what we tend to do is if there's a player on our team that may know a college prospect that we either bring in or done work on, we'll ask him about, hey, what's this guy like? Is this guy made of the right stuff? How is he going to fit in the locker room? I didn't have any conversations like that with Kyler this year. I mean, Kyler's a few years removed now, so he doesn't know a lot of these guys anymore. So.
Why don't you tell us about the whole situation with the Eagles and the tamper? Yeah,
sure. So here's what I'd say, guys. I made a mistake. I own that. It's a situation that we were able to resolve. I've apologized to Michael Bidwell. I've apologized to our staff. And, you know, I think the deal that we worked out, you know, it is what it is, and we're just moving on from it, and that's, you know, really don't have a lot more to say on it.
What, if we could just add a little more at DeAndre, I mean, where do you think it stands now with him? Is there actually a chance he could still be here?
Absolutely. DeAndre is a Cardinal. So DeAndre is a Cardinal, and we're moving forward.